specific product, even though I have got Magic Decanter, and those two here, that is a Touchstone Organic Syrah 2009 wine, kindly sent from Vintage Wood. But it is an experiment concerning decanting wine. So for people who don't know what decanting, what a decanter is, what decanting means, briefly, it's leaving the wine to breathe, and for that you take it out, put it in a decanter, a special jug, literally, and it breathes, and you have to leave it, like, depending on the wine, the type of wine, how old it is, and so on. You leave it. It can breathe up to 8 hours to a day or even more. But the Magic Decanter that is here, the Magic Decanter claims that instead of waiting a day to drink your wine, you can drink your wine within seconds, instantly. Is that a good thing or not? This is a question I've asked myself, a question that my fiancé also asked me, and from that point, the question I asked Vintage Wood on Facebook, and they said I should do an experiment. And my theory is, technically, it's not a good thing to magic decant your wine. As for your taste buds, I don't think you can taste a lot of a difference. But today I'll make the experiment in front of you, and I will describe the taste of the wine and tell you if there's any difference between drinking wine from the Magic Decanter and drinking wine that has been decanted already for 9-10 hours in a jug. First of all, this is a Touchstone Organic Syrah wine of Chile, imported by Vintage Wood. I've not tried it yet. I smelled it and it smells really good. This is a Magic Decanter that you can buy on Amazon or wherever else. Just Google it. It's also very cheap, less than £10. Yet I don't know how much those bottles cost. And I do not have a proper decanter, so I left it in a jug and I stirred it a few times. Hopefully the taste would be like if it was in a real decanter, but I'm planning to get one eventually. As you see, it's a bit more than half of the bottle in here. I'll keep the rest for later after the review. And okay, so I'll start by this one, and I'll show you what the difference is. So first of all, I don't even have a proper wine glass, but I guess that would do the trick. Here we have in the glass. I hope you can see. Sadly with the light it's not great. And when I around the glass like that, I can describe it slightly sticks to the glass. It doesn't seem very watery as nothing is really going down, so I can imagine it's the flavors are really there and it's not been washed out with any added water. Such in wines you would find a lot, you could add water, sugar, whatever flavorings or ingredients you want to put in there. But this one seems actually in some way honest to what it claims. I've not read what's written behind. Really transparent, slightly, but not really. You can see through it, but it's quite dense red. The feel in the mouth, it's like your tongue feels slightly furry just after drinking it. So I do wish to insist that no cat hair has been in there, even though there is a cat behind the curtains. But to try again, of course. Slightly furry, quickly comes off your tongue. Tastes slightly peppery, but it's not overwhelming, it's not imposing. Smoked. Fruity as well, like blackberries or this kind of fruit, like forest fruits, some kind of berries, smoked forest fruit berries, kind of a bit of a wooden taste to it as well. I don't know if it has been in a wood barrel during its process making, but certainly very fruity. It actually reminds me of a fruit wine that in Scotland, because I'm in Scotland, we have for Care No More. That's the name of the company. But it has more of a wine taste. So a fruit wine was more of a wine taste to it. I can only say it's extremely nice. It's acidity wise very low. This taste of berries that comes up brings up this slight acidity, but it doesn't stay, it goes away. I think without the acidity you wouldn't really taste those kind of berries I can taste. It really stick to the tongue, as you can see it stick. As you can see it stick to the glass. I don't know if you can see well, but it does stick slightly, and it doesn't slide down so quickly. It does a bit, but oh, very very nice. I put that back in there. I'll drink the rest later on. Hopefully with my fiancée when she's back. Now I'm going to demonstrate the magic decanter. So like I said, it's basically, it mixes air in the wine at it's quite mad actually. It even makes a noise, quite a loud noise when it does. As you can see here, you pour the wine in this thingy, in the decanter, the magic decanter as they call it, and it goes through this tube, and there's air coming from both sides of the item, and it mixes a lot of air in it. Is that a good thing to accelerate the process of a wine when the wine has been made with time? Wine is all about time. It grows with time. The process takes time. For the wine to mature in the barrel and then in the bottle, it takes a lot of time. And then you take it out, and part of the time it's decanting in a decanter to really enjoy its full flavors. And this object literally decanted within, not even seconds, just instantly. And you accelerate the time. From an organic and actually biodynamic point of view, accelerating time, it's I think very wrong. Even if you can taste, even if it will, if this experiment will prove that it will taste the same, I think the wine as a liquid, as what it is, it will not be good to it. The process this is going to put the wine through, it's not going to be good. As like with everything else, chemicals on the grapes is bad because it accelerates and it changes things. And I think it's the same thing with this. It needs time. But I'm going to make this test now. So here you go. This is the object in question. It's a very, very simple concept. It looks actually pretty good and classy. Again, there's no electric engine in it. There's no battery powered. It's basically a piece of plastic. Put the wine in here. It comes out down there, and there's air holes on the sides, both sides, and that mixes air at the same time. So here we go. I'll open. So I've got two bottles. One bottle that I've opened that has been in there decanting for 8, 9, actually maybe 10 hours now, and another bottle that has not been opened. So it's going to be, this wine did not breathe at all, obviously. It comes like that directly from the wine grower, and we're going to try now the difference. Please take in count that I've just had some of this wine, and my taste buds are, basically playing up now because I still have the taste of this really nice wine in my mouth. but I'll try to be, obviously as honest and realistic as this. Trying to show you how, take that away, how that works. Difficult to show you, but alright, I put it this way, so the hole is here where the air comes. I'll pour the wine through here and you will see it going all the way down in the glass. The noise, probably, as I said, it's very loud. It has not been loud just now, simply because I just wanted to pour a bit and not half a glass. And I think that should be enough, but I don't know if you can see it, but certainly there's a lot of bubbles in there now going away. I do think I poured more or less the same amount than I did before. So here you go. That was impressive instant decanting. And what it did just now, it's 8 to 10 hours within a second. It's pretty mad. So magic decanting, here you go. Again, I can't really show you. You can only trust my words. Description of the color, I can completely see through it. Completely, compared to what I had before. It's the difference. It's striking. I cannot. Yeah, I can see through it even on the side, on the top. I mean, it's not rosé, it's not white wine type of thing through, but I can see through it. It's not as dark than the other one. Does it stick to the glass? Why should it not? I mean, I didn't add the water, so it should still stick to the glass. And it does. There's no difference on that. I forgot to comment on the smell, but I do remember the smell when I tasted it at the first time from this jug, and it was a lot more smoky, wood smoky, more of a forest feeling. I do want to say I'm not a wine expert. I enjoy wine. I can taste the difference, and some wines that are not organic I love, and some wines that that are organic that I actually don't really like. So it's just depends of a lot of things, but it's a lot less. It's smoky, but a lot less. Okay. Taste. The taste is not. Again, my taste buds are playing up because I had that before. So I'm trying to make the best judgment possible based on my taste buds as well. That has, not giving me the full taste as such. It still sticks to the palate, to the tongue. Still goes away pretty quick. It's enjoyable. It's as nice. I think the difference is it tastes a lot sweeter. And I think it's probably because it's less smoky, and the berry taste is a lot more dominant than the wood kind of smoky forest feel taste you would have. It's a lot more tasty, yeah. But so here you go. Do I like it? Do I not like it? Again, I'm thinking that, as I said before, that making this process very quick in seconds instead of hours is I think in some ways wrong. If you really like your wine, and for people that really like wine, usually they take time to drink it. They're not drinking less, they can drink a lot as well, and serve some pretty mad effects. But people that really enjoy wine, they take the time to drink, and this is all part of the wine culture. Taking time to drink, it's also taking time for the wine to breathe, and to breathe, so it breathes naturally. I think I prefer it not decanted, well, decanted, but in a jug, well, in a decanter, but not done with the magic decanter. The magic decanter, I used it already for other bottles before, and for a lot of conventional wines, so not organic or biodynamic, that are extremely acid. The taste is very extreme in the way that it's not subtle. You cannot taste a bit of a difference, and this really helps to actually drink it, as within seconds it will take a normal wine from basically being not a nice wine and transform it into a drinkable wine, and this is very nice if you don't want to throw away your wine, but for wine of this quality already, such as like Touchstone Organic Syrah, wine of chill, 2009 red wine, I feel there's no point to magic decant it, because the quality is there in the first place, and even so it doesn't taste as tasty from being decanted naturally to magic decanted. It actually tastes better, because you're tasting what it is, and not what this dynamically just pour air in it and change every little bubble, every little bit of this wine possible. This is being modified with the environment naturally, from the light, from the air, naturally, without being stirred and a lot of bubbles going on in there. So yes, there's more flavor to this, but is it taste better with more flavors? And this is a question that depends on all of you, how you like your wine, and yeah, it's a very personal opinion. I cannot say this is the way and this is not the way, but for what that does, for the price it is, and for a lot of people, I think it would be very convenient, especially for the wines that are not so good and you do not want to throw them away. The wines could be not good because of quality or simply because of your own taste buds. So it will change it in a way where it's actually nice. Or for some people it could, well, I do not believe it will make a wine worse, basically, that's for sure. Again, the taste, it's amazing, it's so much clearer, the wine. The berries, again, taste a lot more than there, but the wood, smoky flavor, pepper even, it's not there anymore. It's kind of slightly disappeared, and that's sad, because the balance of the wine, I feel that has been modified between the berries and this woody forestry environment taste feel you get from it has been changed. Where it's all about berries now, and it's a lot less about the environment. This is my so-called experiment review, however you want to call it. I hope it has been enjoyable for you to watch. It's the first time I'm doing such a review, and if there's any questions, please ask, that is through Vintage Route or through the Facebook page of Vintage Route, or YouTube, wherever this video will go. It's up to Vintage Route. I would like to thank Vintage Route a lot for sending me 2 bottles. This is possibly one of the nicest wines I had this week. Yes, assuming I'm drinking every day, but and a lot of I drink a lot of normal wine, not organic, due to prices. But this is a really nice wine, and I do recommend anybody that likes the red wines to drink this. Again, I did not have anything to eat before, and I think things would have changed if I brought a meal with this, and I do not think things could have been worse. A good steak would have gone fine with that, in my opinion. Actually, even better, a steak pie. A steak pie would have gone really nice with that, as the sweetness in the steak pie would have gone with the peppery and smoky flavor. I would like to read to you, before we end up, what's written behind. Again, I've not read that before, so I would like to see if it matches my tastes and the differences of these 2 processes. A rich and robust Chilean Syrah, partly aged for 3 months in the finest French oak, that does confirm this barrel taste I mentioned, this smoky wood flavor, bursting with black fruit aromas. Again, that does speak about the berries, in my opinion, black fruits, so blackberries and so on and so forth, and notes of sweet spices. That could be the peppery part I tasted, as pepper is a taste, and I mean pepper like black pepper type of pepper. This variation of it, and this is what I could taste in there. Chocolate and cedar. I didn't taste chocolate. It clearly did not taste chocolate. This is a wine with great body and fineness, velvety ripe tannins and a long finish. Yes, I do confirm that as well. Great on its own, or an ideal accompaniment to most full flavored dishes. Yes, I think it briefly states what I've experienced on the taste. Lovely wine. And if you want to try it, buy it from Vintage Wood, and I do recommend you to decant it naturally than using this. If you already have one, you can also experiment, please feel free, and it would be great to hear your comments about what you actually prefer, if you prefer the taste and the look from the natural decanted to the magic decanter. That would be fantastic to read those comments and to have a discussion about it. But for now, thank you very much to watch the review, and santé!